Be demoing today we're going to be demoing yo-yo makers and a little bit more thread painting for those who did the class yesterday. Those who joined, we did a little bit of a demoing, kind of a, if you wanted to join us on Zoom, we could help you with whatever projects you were at yesterday. So we were doing embellished flowers, but I know a lot of you want to dip your feet into the more artsy side of quilting, but you're a little bit intimidated or afraid to. So I just want to let you know that you can't make a mistake. I mean, it's fabric. If you make a mistake, throw it away, start over. It's not a lifetime commitment, but pretty soon you'll realize that in art quilting, you really can't make a mistake. So I'm gonna pull up the live so that I can see if I've got any comments. And then we are going to, today we're gonna be demoing yo-yo makers, Kasashi makers, and then I'll demo the bedazzled panel again, just so that those of you who were with us yesterday and are a little bit scared of doing the thread painting because you might mess up, I'll show you how easy it is and how you can't really mess up your free motion stitching. Mary Lou says, hi Roger. Hi Louise, hi Ann, hi Connie, hi Carolyn and Beverly Ann and Christy Lee, and I'm sure there's others that, I think my phone only tells me if you're friends with me or something, I'm not sure. But so welcome everybody to Fabric Chicks live at noon. Again, we're going to be demoing the yo-yo makers today and the Kasashi makers. And I'm not really positive, but I tried to order Kasashi makers from 2 companies and they don't have them anymore. So I'm not sure if they've been discontinued or if they're just hard to find. But we still have some. We made a project with them a while ago. And like everything in the quilting and crafting world, everything kind of seems to cycle back around. So so we're going to make it popular again.
Yeah, Renee Haynes watching and Rhonda Reeves from Livermore watching.
Perfect. Welcome, ladies. So I'm going to not put my needle in my mouth because I know that's inappropriate. So with the yo-yo makers come, there's 2 pieces to a yo-yo maker. And a yo-yo maker can make all kinds of fun things. If you are into vintagey stuff, there's yo-yo, back in the olden days. I haven't really seen too many people do it lately, but maybe we should bring it back. Yo-yo quilts, where they just make a ton of yo-yos, tack them together, and make a quilt or a wall hanging or a table runner or whatnot.
Hi, Connie, and you have Karen Mcbreyer from Mount Shasta.
Ooh, well, welcome. I bet it's pretty smoky up there in Mount Shasta. So with the yo-yo makers, I'm going to show you a couple of things that you can make. Here we have a monkey, and so his legs and all of our samples are a little bit tattered because we throw them in boxes and take them to shows and all that, and kids play with them, and ladies always got to like pull it apart to see how it's made. So here we've got different size yo-yos that make his arms, his little neck, his body, his legs, and then his feet are stuffed with a little bit of batting to give him a little bit of dimension. So we've got the yo-yo monkeys. If you wanted to just sew some yo-yos together, we did this for, we did it, at one point it was a really, really long one that we used as a garland on a Christmas tree, but you could also use it on a banner or all kinds of fun things. So this is if you just tack it together. If you tacked a ton of them together, you could make a wine bag, you could make a table runner, you could do all kinds of fun stuff. And you can do designs if you coordinate the colors, you can do all kinds of patterns. And then we have, like here, I did the Kasashi Flower, which is the same technique, but we did a yo-yo, but put it on backwards for the center of this Kasashi Flower. And then I don't know if you can see, I'm gonna challenge Roger to show you some fun projects. So here's one where they made it and turned it into a wine bag. So if you want, I have a couple of these free patterns. If you want them, let me know. And then we have the Yoyo Necklace, in case you want to make some jewelry. We've got the Yoyo Necklace pattern. It's $6.95, created by Rosemary Jameson, So Fast Designs in California. I keep threatening to make this, but I have yet to get to it. But I think it would go pretty quick and easy, and then you could even bedazzle it more with some beads and buttons and trims and things. But this is a super popular pattern. This is a dachshund, and you can stuff it, or you can, like a regular stuffed animal, or you can make it out of the yo-yos. And then we have this one, which is popular, the Yuletide yo-yos. You can make a snowman, a Santa, a reindeer. And if you are interested in any of these patterns, I can let you know what yo-yo sizes you need. And then we do have one of the Raggedy Ann and Andy. So it used to be yo-yos were super popular, and there were a ton of patterns out there. But when I was getting ready for this live a few weeks ago or a month ago, I could hardly track down any patterns. So so we're gonna bring the yo-yos back, just because they're kind of fun and mindless, and you can use up your scraps. But mostly it's mindless. And right now I think we need some easy things. It's always good to be involved in a big project, but sometimes you just need to wind down with something easy. So yo-yos are a good one to always have in your stash. So we're going to take, this is the top of the yo-yo.
Rosalind Brainard wanted to know, hi from Temecula, California. I missed class yesterday. Is it recorded and available? I didn't know how to get it.
Rosalind, we don't record our live Zooms only because I'm not that techie, and most of it is people asking questions for their particular situation. But you can always text us or email us with questions on your project, and we will do it again, because I think at this point, we discussed it yesterday during the live, at this point, people just need the interaction with other people that are creative and kind of have the same hobbies. So we'll be doing it again. We do have this Thursday from 1 to 3, we have Applique Club, which is a free time to spend with us. It's 1 to 3. Just send us an email or a message saying you want to join the Applique Club, and we will send you a Zoom link. So anybody's welcome to join that. And we have a lot of people that did the quail quilt or the chicken quilt or the heart quilt last week. And if you guys want to continue working on your project, we're happy to do that also. But the Applique Club is something that we have always had in our shop. Once a month, we get together to work on hand projects. But at this point, if you wanted to work on your machine at home, you could just mute your Zoom and then work on your project and still listen to the banter back and forth. And I honestly, I think that's what the ladies are enjoying the most, is just simply I would venture to say there probably was half the people in yesterday's class that just listened to us talk about the different techniques, but they didn't actually work on anything. So don't feel like you have to be super prepared for any of our classes unless it is a real class. Like if you're doing the 7-block wonder class next week, you might actually want to, I won't mention any names, but somebody listening, you might actually want to work on your project. But if you don't, if you just are overwhelmed with life, you are totally welcome to just join in the conversation and have a good time.
All right, Dorothy Gerard is watching.
Hi, Dorothy.
Kathleen Rader is watching. Lynn Jenkins is watching. Ella Marie is watching. Hi, Ella. Thank you. Fran Harris.
Okay, Fran, I'm going to put your name down right now, because just make sure I don't miss anybody.
Michelle Fry.
And also, when we do the clubs and different things, if you can only do a portion of it, that's fine. We're not going to be offended if you join late or you have to leave early, because everybody's on different time zones at this point. So we're just happy to have you join us when you can. Okay, so what I've done
Peggy
here.
Gatto is interested in the wine bottle pattern.
Okay, Peggy. Peggy, let me know if you need the yo-yo makers also.
Cato. I said
Peggy,
Gatto.
yeah, it's okay. She'll still forgive you. Peggy will love you no matter how you pronounce her last name. Okay, so what I've done is I've taken the fabric, I've put it right side down, and then I've cut about 1/4 of an inch around the little tool. And then I'm just going to, the hardest part of making a yo-yo is making sure that it's lined up, but you can see it's not that hard. I didn't even try and it lined up okay. So you're gonna come up. So I hold the fabric down with my one hand. I hold it down so that I make sure I catch it as I stitch along. And then I'm just gonna come up, go down. So it just has, it's a super easy guide. You can see the holes here. You're gonna go up, down, up, down, up, down. Super simple, super mindless. You can watch TV. You can talk to your family. It's a great to do like on girls' wine night on Zoom. I have to have a hand project, otherwise I go stir crazy. Well, I pretty much have to have a hand project no matter what I'm doing. I got to keep busy. So you're just going to sew all the way around, and we're going to do the whole thing so you can see how quick these yo-yos go together in case you want to make a monkey or a Santa. I do like the Santa and the snowman. Somewhere we had a snowman, but I couldn't find the sample. It's a little bit tricky getting ready for, oops, let me get my mask. Hang on a second. Campfire? I don't know. Campfire girls here, whoever that is. Okay, so I'm like about halfway done.
Thank you, Peggy. Love you too. Gotta be careful when I say that, though. My wife is jealous.
Oh, yeah. So jealous, Peggy. Okay. Peggy's been married to her husband. I think that, Peggy, how many you just had like your 45th anniversary or something, didn't you?
No.
Hey there. Okay, for real, I'm getting close to the end. So you're going to want to use like a 12 weight thread or a button carpet and craft thread. So Coates & Clark has a button carpet and craft thread that looks like this.
45 years, she said.
Yeah, 40. That is so long, Peggy. Congratulations. So this is what button carpet and craft thread looks like. It's thicker. It's like a 12 weight. So if you have 12 weight, you could totally use the 12 weight. It is definitely thicker than your regular hand quilting thread. So you want it to be thick. If you do doll making, you're going to want button carpet and craft thread. You want it to be thick because you're going to yank it and pull it tight. So, okay, so now I can see that this is where I started, right here, and I've gone all the way around, and then here's where I'm finishing. So then I'm just going to pop the tool apart and pull it off of my maker, and then I'm just going to pull my thread pull the thread, and you want to kind of pull it evenly, but because you've spaced your stitches evenly, it's going to be even. So here's my little yo-yo, and I can play with it to off-center it or whatnot. So this is a cute little yo-yo maker, and this is the large size. So as you can see, it's not that large. So we have jumbo, we have even smaller. So on the yo-yo makers, on the package, it will show you the completed size. So here's our cute little one that's large, but this one's the jumbo. So we have them in all the different sizes if you want to make something fun. And then I would tie this off, and the way I tie my knots is I would...
You're going to have to back up. You're
Sorry.
coming too close to the camera.
Okay, so I would wrap my thread around my needle 3 times. Can you see the 3 threads? You see that?
Mm-hmm.
People think it's amazing, but then I just hold my tail tight.
Keep it up.
And then pull it. And then it will just pop right through. You can hear it actually go pop. And then I'm just going to cut this. And I'm going to throw it in a pile until I have enough made for whatever I'm making. And then, okay, any questions on the yo-yos? So Peggy, if you're going to make this wine bottle sack, and I've actually started making this wine bottle sack twice with 2 different fabrics, and I have yet to complete it. It's on my unfinished project list.
And Linda Meyer is interested in joining the applique class.
Okay, perfect. And Fran Harris, are you doing the, I know you got the 60-degree ruler and you needed it pretty quickly. Are you signing up for the 7-block wonder, the 7-panel wonder class? If so, I'll add your name to send you the Zoom link.
Cami Dean is watching.
Carolyn Farlow, I wish all the sizes came in one package, but you know that wouldn't be good marketing for the company. So no, they all come like this. I haven't counted it to see how many different ones there are. So on Friday, we'll have some kind of a package deal for all of them. It's just hard to stay one step ahead of you. Okay, we have an orange one, a yellow one, a blue one, a green one. Okay, I think it looks to me like these are all the sizes. So there's 5 different sizes. And so if you want them to, if you know you want them, let us know so that we make sure that you get them before we put them on the Friday sale. But then we will give you the same price as whatever we figure out for Friday sale. But honestly, we didn't really put too much effort into doing this live demo because we've been trying to get out your packages all morning before the postman comes. Okay, so then the next thing that I want to show you is the Kasashi Maker. So this is what this Kasashi Maker looks like. And they come in all different shapes and sizes. So I want to say there's like 3 or 4 different shapes of the Kasashi Maker. And it's just like the yo-yo, but it makes flowers. So I'm going to show you a sample of what I made probably 10 years ago, literally 10 years ago. So the sample's a little bit roughed up. Oh look, here's some cute little ornaments that you can make out of the little baby yo-yos. Just to give you ideas of what you can do with the yo-yos. And then here's a candy cane that you could do. I mean, your options are only limited by our minds and our own creativity. So, and don't worry, because we're all here to help each other come up with fabulous ideas. So this is a quilt that I made, and I actually made this quilt in a hotel room, and everything is put on with double-sided sticky tape. So I made all the flowers, and then the trim and everything I put on with steam-a-seam and tape in the hotel. So it really has kind of held together pretty well, considering it was made in a hotel room with double-sided sticky tape. But these are the Kasashi Flowers. So we have a bunch of, oh, and this is the rickrack that you girls have been buying, that metallic rickrack. And this trim here, most of you have bought this trim in a bunch of different colors. Can you see it? See how I use the trim?
Hold on.
So that just gives you ideas of what you can do with all the product, all the wonderful, amazing product you've been collecting every Friday at our sale. For those of you that are new to joining us, every Friday at noon we do a live sale right here on Facebook. And if you kind of pan the room, Roger, you can see what's left over from the sale. Everything's been cut and put into bags for the most part. But that's kind of what's left over from our Friday sale. So join us at noon. You never know what's going to be on the table. because we don't even know till like, I don't know, Thursday afternoon, Friday morning. Okay, so
Fran Harris says, I bought your flower print for the table runner, but did not have the 60 degree. Anxious to use 60 degree often.
oh, perfect, perfect. And we'll demo again the 60 degree table runner because we just keep getting new people watching. And also it's a refresher for those of you who have bought all the supplies to make the 60 degree ruler, but you didn't get to it. So if there's anything that you've bought product for and you want a quick refresher demo, just let us know. I don't know. No. Just let us know and we will put it on the schedule. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, this is for the flower petal. So I'm going to take a piece of fabric that's the same size as my template and I'm going to just squeeze it in half. And then it says right here, number 1, 2, oops, do I need to back away?
No, you're fine. Let me zoom in on it where you point to.
Okay, so it has the numbers on both sides, but you want to go down at the number, wait, let's see, down. Yeah, you want to go down where it says start. So I'm going to go down at 1 here. And my fabric's just a little bit bigger than the tool when you close it. Then I'm going to come up at 2, down at 3, up at 4. Let's see if I can, wait, it's hard for me to see through the glare. Up at 4, down at 5, up at 6. So the numbers are on both sides so that you know where you need to go next. This one's kind of a simple one. You just go right in a circle. There's some that are, you know, you go down 1 here and 2's over here and 3's back here. There's some that are a little bit more complicated, but if you can count, you can get to it. Then I'm just going to open up my little tool and pull it closed. And then this is my flower petal. So then I would just pop in my second fabric. And I'm cheap, so I'm going to try to see where I can get the most. Well, it's not going to work there. My fabric's not wide enough. So I'm just going.
Sue Crater says hello.
Hi, Sue. How's it going at school today?
Delilah Sotelo is watching.
Welcome. Okay, so I've got my fabric in here. It's folded and doubled over, and then I'm just going to cut around my tool, the little Kasashi Maker, and then I'm going to take my needle, which has my thread still on it. So see, I'm just going to let that petal hang. It's going to dangle, and I'm going to come to here where it says number 1 start. So I'm going to go down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So they're kind of fun, and if you have any questions, you can definitely ask them right now, or you can ask if you're joining us on Thursday for the Applique Club, which is like basically 2 hours of just fun chit-chat and banter back and forth. So I got to 8. It says finish on 8, so I know I'm done. And then I'm just going to pull it tight. And then here's my second petal. And I think you don't want to pull them too tight. So there's the second petal. Here is one that's all finished with the yo-yo backwards on it. Debbie, do you still have somebody here? Yeah. Okay. And then here's a super cute one that somebody in one of the guild retreats up in Tahoe made for me. And so they put a little one and then a bigger one and then used a fun button on the inside, and then it had a thing so that you could wear it. Super cute, but it's also would be cute on a tote bag. The options are limitless. If you pull them too tight, you get them kind of scrunched like this. I kind of have a tight personality, so I tend to pull everything tight. But if I were to make it again, I'd make it looser.
Yvonne Barthelome is watching. Cindy McMahon is watching.
Welcome,
Patterson.
ladies. So if you're new, every Monday and Wednesday we do demos and techniques. So today we're showing how to make cute little yo-yos. And you can always go back and rewatch them. And then on Friday at noon we do a celebration. So you can join us and we hold up product and you just comment what you want and we put it in a bag and ship it to you. So here's another yo-yo, or a Kasashi flower. So the Kasashi flowers come in all these Okay, so the Kasashi flowers comes in all of these shapes and in like 2 to 3 different sizes per shape. So this is like a fun sunflowery one. Here's a pointed petal one. And here's a daisy petals.
Just back up a little bit. Right there. Thank you. Sandy Bray is watching. Connie Wiggins. Applique. She put a funny face on that.
Oh. Okay. Well, Connie, I'll send you the link, and if you don't want to applique, you can just listen. You can chit-chat. A lot of the ladies like to just see what everybody else is doing, so that's kind of a fun thing about the applique club, or like when we do the free classes like we did yesterday on the bedazzled flowers. You can bring any project to work on. We really don't care. We're just trying to create an environment where you can stay busy with people that are doing the same things that you're doing. So we have several different of the Kasashi flowers. So just in the comments, you can let us know and we'll get back to you and put them in your bag for Friday and all that good stuff.
There's Mary.
Okay, so then I just want to do a quick demo again on the bedazzled flower on free motion stitching, because a couple of people had some questions and were really worried about stitching all the embellishments down. So we demoed this a couple of weeks ago and I haven't finished it yet. It's pretty much exactly where I left it when you were here last. So all of this is stitched down. This, it just has pins. So the girls yesterday were worried about all the different pins, but as you can see, I don't pin down a whole lot, but you put your fibers and different embellishments down and then just pin it every once in a while. If something falls off, you really don't care. You just shove it back on somewhere. It's not brain science. Okay, so I'm gonna put this in. I've got my free motion foot here, okay? And I've got a green thread in here, which is gonna be fabulous. I should put in like a variegated red thread, but just for demo purposes. So I'm gonna start right here. I always pick up my bobbin thread. And I have probably an 80 weight or 100 weight thread in the bobbin and a 12 weight on top. So sometimes I'll get a little bit of problems with my tension because of the different weights, but usually I don't have any problems at all. So I'm gonna move this pin before I start stitching because this stuff isn't gonna move. If it does, it's not gonna matter. Like, don't overthink it. And if your threads get caught in here in your foot, you don't care, you just cut it and keep going. Okay, so I'm just going to, let's see if my machine's on. Oh. It's always good to be live because you never know what you're going to experience. Okay. So I'm just kind of making sure that my tool and stuff gets tacked down. And I've got some bags from my lemons here also. and some other threads. You can use your foot that's enclosed, your free motion foot that's like a circle. You could use that. It's still going to get caught though. It's just the nature of the beast when you're using all these fibers. And I'm caught on something. And because I used the green thread, I'm going to have to go back and use green thread somewhere else. So I'm just going to come up here and add some green texture. So for those of you that were in the class, you can see I'm not overthinking it at all. I'm really not thinking at all. I'm just doing. You just got to start and see what your style is and what you like. So you'll be able to see really good how what's stitched because I use that big 12 weight green thread. So here it is.
Is it straight stitch or zigzag?
It's on a straight stitch, but it's free motion, so it's just however you move it. Although we did on Wednesday, Penny Barger did a demo, and she did free motion with a small, tiny zigzag, which would be perfect. I didn't even know that you could do a zigzag when you're doing free motion. So, but mine's just on a regular straight stitch, free motion. The faster I go and the faster my engine goes and the slower I move it, the bigger my stitches are going to be.
Mary Vitti wants to know, is the flower you're working on a separate background?
It's on the background that it came on. I haven't cut it out yet. So that was a question yesterday during the class that we did. This is the same flower, but all the stitching's already done. So after the stitching's done, then I cut it out. So this is the background that it's all just one piece of fabric and I'm just bedazzling the flower. And then when I'm all done, I'll cut it out. I'll cut the green away and then I'll stitch it onto, this is going to be stitched onto a canvas for, Debbie's going to put it in her bathroom. But this is what the fabric looked like. So we had this on Friday's sale. This is what the fabric looked like originally. So you can really just bedazzle it with anything. This is some like gold tulle, some silk sari ribbons, some more tulle. This one has, I added some turquoise into this because her whole bathroom is turquoise. So really it's just got a little bit of like, I would say like, I don't know, bedazzling threw up on this flower. Just add whatever you can get your hands onto. This here is, down here is the bag that the lemons came in. And then there's some more of it, some more of the lemon bags here, some of the gold tulle. If you were in the class yesterday, I told you there was some crazy yarns at Joann's. I know I hate to send you there, but there's some, it's called Scruffy or something, which is great in landscapes. All right, is there any questions, Roger? Okay, so we'll be...
Ida Burke is watching.
It is super easy. You just have to do it. Just take a deep breath and do it. Don't be worried that you're going to mess up the fabric. The worst thing that's going to happen is you're going to mess up this $11 piece of fabric, but you're going to learn so much and you're going to realize that you really can't mess it up. So just trust me, have faith, join the adventure. We're going to just like jump in with both feet and you can do it. So I'll schedule another class. I don't know about this Sunday. Let me look at my schedule, but we'll do another free class on the bedazzling of the flowers. So we will, if you have any other questions, let us know. Otherwise, we will.
Nan Willis wants to know, Beth, I missed the first part. What is the sunflower, daisy, and other flower things people are talking about?
Oh, Nan, it's the Kasashi flowers that they're talking about. So I did the demo here. I guess I could do the demo all over again. No, Nan, just go back and rewatch it from the beginning. And then if you have any questions, always feel free to let me know. Otherwise, I'll send you the link for the Zoom class on Thursday for the Applique Club. But these are the flowers that they're talking about. So it's a little plastic tool like this that makes the flowers. So we'll go into more detail about it on Friday for the different flowers also. But if you want me to demo it again, I can, and I can totally do it during Applique Club on Thursday.
So Ann Lindemeyer, so you cut the flower out from green fabric?
Are we talking about this flower, Ann? So this flower, I think this is what you're talking about, Ann. This flower here was on this green fabric here. It's just one big printed panel. All it is a panel that we bedazzled. So this is what it looked like originally. This is what it looks like when I'm stitching it. And then this is what it looks like when it's cut out. So you could just, Anne, if you wanted, you could just take this and make a pillow with the green background. Or you can cut it out and put it on the canvas. If you wanted to give it a more artsy look, you can put it on the canvas that we painted the other day. The options are limitless.
Connie Wiggins wants to know what time applique class.
1 to 3 my time. So add a few out, like 3 o'clock your time probably, Connie. Whatever, I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that because I'm not sure of the time change zones and all that.
And Linda Mar says she got it.
Okay, girls. All right, we're going to go because we have a lot of packages to invoice and get in the mail so you get them before next Friday's sale. So then you'll forget that you have all those good goodies and you'll get more good goodies. We'll talk to you soon. Have a good day.
Bye, ladies.